At midnight, the carnival went quiet. The music stopped first, then the laughter. Then the generators behind the food stands lowered into a tired mechanical hum. Colored lights still burned above the empty midway. Red, gold, blue. They reflected across wet pavement and abandoned paper cups. A row of stuffed animals watched from a closed game booth. The carousel horses stood frozen beneath their striped canopy. The Ferris wheel had stopped with one empty carriage at the highest point. Wind moved through the carnival without resistance. It lifted a string of silver flags, turned a discarded ticket across the ground, pushed lightly against the sign outside the mirror maze. Closed. The sign rocked backward, then fell. Inside the maze, a boy began to cry. He was small enough that his reflection multiplied below the adult eyeline. 8 years old, maybe younger, dark jacket, one red glove. The other hand was bare. He pressed both palms against a mirror. His reflection pressed back.
Mom?
The name returned from every direction. Not as an echo, as dozens of frightened boys calling at once.
Mom?
No answer came from outside. The carnival had already emptied. A maintenance worker crossed the far end of the midway, pulling a trash cart toward the service gate. He never looked toward the maze. The boy turned. Every path appeared identical. Narrow corridors, silver walls, colored bulbs glowing weakly along the floor. He had entered while the maze was still crowded. Children had been laughing. Adults had been calling directions. Simone had bumped his shoulder. Then the lights flickered, for only a moment. When they returned, everyone else was gone. The boy wiped his face with the red glove. He chose the passage to his left. It ended in his own reflection. He turned right. Another mirror. Behind him, a bulb flashed once, then went dark. The boy began walking faster. His shoes squeaked against the painted floor. A distant metal sound came from behind one wall. Clang. He stopped, listened. Another clang. Then a slow scrape. The boy looked toward the mirrored panel beside him. It did not reflect the colored floor lights correctly. A thin black line ran along one edge. He reached toward it. His fingers found a narrow gap. The panel moved. Not a mirror. A door. The boy pulled harder. The hidden maintenance door opened just wide enough for him to slip through. Darkness waited beyond it. He looked back at the maze. Rows of his own reflections stared toward him.
Hello?
The metal sound came again. Closer now. Clang. The boy entered the darkness. The door began closing behind him. He turned too late.
Wait.
The panel shut. The latch dropped into place. Complete darkness surrounded him. The boy pushed against the door. It did not move.
Mom?
His voice traveled through the maintenance passage, past old wiring beneath wooden platforms, under the silent carnival. No one heard him. Outside the mirror maze, the fallen closed sign shifted in the wind. Unremaining bulb above the entrance flickered, then died. By morning, Moonlight Falls had become obsessed with the carnival. Posters covered the school entrance. Small orange flags hung above Main Street. Simone had painted stars and crescent moons across the cafeteria windows. Every conversation seemed to include the words tonight, tickets, or Ferris wheel. Ava discovered this before she reached her locker. Lily stood in front of it with 3 paper flyers, 2 admission wristbands, and the expression of someone prepared to ignore every objection.
You are coming.
Good morning?
That was not an answer.
I noticed.
Lily placed one flyer against Ava's chest. Midnight Carnival. One night only. Music, games, food, fireworks. The illustration showed a Ferris wheel beneath an enormous full moon.
It looks aggressive.
It is festive.
The moon is larger than the town.
Artistic freedom.
Ava opened her locker. It stuck halfway. She pulled harder. The door released with a metallic scream. Several students turned.
I believe it is getting worse.
It senses weakness.
Ava placed her books inside. The black coat Lucien had left with her was folded carefully beneath them. She had brought it to school again. She had not decided why. Perhaps because it still smelled faintly of cedar and rain. Perhaps because Thomas had said Emily bought it for Lucien. Perhaps because returning it had become a reason to find him. Lily followed Ava's gaze into the locker, then smiled.
You brought the coat.
It belongs to him.
You said that yesterday,
It remains true.
and yet it remains in your locker.
He was not here when I arrived.
You checked.
I looked around.
For Lucien.
For everyone.
You did not ask whether Ethan was here.
Ava closed the locker.
Ethan is always here.
So you were looking for Lucien.
You are becoming exhausting?
I consider that progress.
Students moved around them toward first period. A group of volunteers carried cardboard stars toward the gym. Somebody tested carnival music through the school speakers. The song played too loudly for 5 seconds, then stopped with a burst of static. Lily looped one arm through Ava's.
You need this.
A carnival?
A normal night.
I have had normal nights.
In Seattle.
They still count.
Not here.
Ava looked toward the nearest window. The football field shone beneath pale autumn sunlight. Beyond it, cedar trees marked the beginning of the forest. The forgotten bridge lay somewhere far to the north. Below it, the wooden door remained sealed. 3 nights had passed since they closed it. No voices had returned. No strange knocking. No black mist. Thomas had shown Ava the photograph from Seattle. It had been taken outside her old school. She had been walking toward the bus. On the back, someone had written, "Bring her home." They still did not know who had sent it. Emily's silver key now rested inside Thomas's locked office. The brass key remained with Ava. The lighthouse clue waited. But Emily had also left another instruction. Let this part end. Ava had repeated the words every time she felt the urge to search the house for another photograph. She was trying. She was not especially good at it.
You are doing it again.
What?
Leaving the conversation while still standing here.
Sorry?
You were thinking about the creek.
Maybe?
Or Lucien.
Number?
That was extremely fast.
Ava looked toward her. Lily's expression softened.
I am not making fun of you.
You usually are?
Only gently.
She held up the carnival wristbands.
You came back to the town where your mother disappeared. You found out your lab partner is a vampire. You found out Ethan is a werewolf. You went beneath a flooded bridge and locked a talking door.
You make it sound unusual.
I found a spider in my bathroom yesterday. That was my entire crisis.
Ava laughed.
You need one night where the most dangerous decision is whether to eat fried dough before riding the Ferris wheel.
That does sound dangerous.
Exactly.
The first bell rang. Lily placed one wristband around Ava's wrist before she could object. Bright orange paper, a black crescent moon printed across the center.
You already bought this?
Yes.
What if I refused?
I would have followed you home.
My father would have let you inside.
I know.
They started toward class. Ava glanced once toward the stairwell. No Lucien. She immediately looked forward again. Lily noticed. She said nothing. For almost 10 seconds.
He will probably come tonight.
I did not ask.
You did not have to.
History class began with Mr. Callahan attempting to explain the origins of the carnival. The students were not interested in origins. They were interested in whether the Ferris wheel had passed inspection.
It has operated safely for more than 60 years.
That did not answer the question.
It answered the emotional version.
Several students laughed. Mr. Callahan turned toward the board. He wrote, "The Moonlight Falls Autumn Carnival."
It is called the Midnight Carnival.
That name was adopted later.
Because Autumn Carnival sounds like something with handmade soap.
There will be handmade soap.
I rest my case.
Ava sat near the center of the room, Lily beside her. Ethan 2 rows ahead. Lucien's seat near the window remained empty. Ava told herself she had noticed only because the empty chair was visible. Nothing more. Mr. Callahan continued.
The first carnival was held to raise money after the old academy fire. It became an annual tradition, except during severe storms, 2 winters, and 1 unfortunate year involving a goat.
The goat was misunderstood.
You were not there?
Ethan leaned back in his chair.
I have heard stories.
Ava caught his eye. Ethan smiled. He wore a dark blue volunteer jacket over his school clothes. Reflective safety team appeared across the chest in white letters. Lily had already laughed at it twice. Mr. Callahan pointed toward Ethan.
Students wearing blue jackets are part of tonight's volunteer safety group. They will assist with directions, lost children, first aid, and crowd control.
Ethan has authority.
Temporary authority?
Terrifying.
You should respect the jacket?
It has reflective stripes.
For safety?
For humiliation.
Ethan turned toward Ava.
She is threatened by responsibility.
I am threatened by your fashion choices.
The class laughed again. Ava joined them. It felt good. Easy, she had spent so much of the past week listening for danger that ordinary laughter seemed almost unfamiliar. Mr. Callahan dimmed the lights. Old carnival photographs appeared on the projection screen. Black and white Ferris wheels. Children carrying paper lanterns. Couples dancing beneath strings of bulbs. A photo booth decorated with painted stars. Ava leaned forward. The booth looked almost unchanged. Samey striped curtain. Samey crescent moon above the door. Only the people around it changed from decade to decade. Mr. Callahan advanced the slides. 1948. 1965. 1982. 1999. Ava's attention sharpened. In the last photograph, Emily stood near the photo booth, camera around her neck. She was looking towards someone outside the frame, smiling. The slide changed before Ava could study it.
Wait,
Mr. Callahan paused.
can you go back?
He returned to the previous image. Emily appeared again, young, alive, caught in a moment she had never expected her daughter to see. Mr. Callahan looked toward Ava. His expression softened.
Your mother photographed the carnival for years?
Who took this?
I don't know. The town archive received several boxes without labels.
Ava examined the edge of the frame. A dark sleeve appeared beside Emily, only part of an arm. A hand resting near the photo booth curtain. A ring caught the flash, small, black, impossible to identify from the projection.
Can I see the original?
Mrs. Alvarez may have it.
The next bell had not rung. Yet Ava's mind had already left the classroom. The library, the archives, the photograph. Emily's smile. Lucien's empty chair. Then Emily's recorded voice returned. Do not let my disappearance become the only story you live. Find the truth, but find something beautiful too. Ava sat back.
Tomorrow?
Lily looked toward her.
I will ask tomorrow.
About the photograph.
Yes?
You are learning.
Do not sound so surprised.
Mr. Callahan continued the lesson. The photograph disappeared, but the image remained in Ava's thoughts. Emily smiling beside the old booth, Simonon standing just outside the frame. At lunch, Ethan had transformed a corner of the cafeteria into what he called a security briefing. No one else called it that. A printed carnival map lay across the table. He had marked first aid stations, volunteer posts, emergency exits, and lost child meeting points. Lily placed her lunch tray directly over half the map.
That is an operational document.
It is under my fries.
Exactly?
Then it is protected.
Ava sat across from them. The orange wristband remained around her arm. Ethan noticed.
You are coming?
Apparently, I no longer control my schedule.
You control it. I simply improve it.
I am stationed near the entrance until 9. After that, I am moving between the game booths and the maze.
The maze.
Someone always gets lost.
That is the purpose.
Children take it personally?
You seem prepared.
Thomas made us attend a 2-hour meeting?
How many minutes were about wolves?
Ethan almost dropped his drink. Ava looked toward Lily. Lily continued eating as if she had said nothing unusual.
What?
Wolves, the animal. This town has forests. People panic.
Ethan relaxed, only slightly.
You looked guilty.
I look confused?
You are bad at both.
Ava hid a smile. Lily still did not know, but she had begun noticing the gaps. Ethan's fast healing, his strange reflexes, the way he and Lucien heard sounds before everyone else. Ava wondered how long the secret could survive. Not today. Today was supposed to be normal. Lily unwrapped a cookie.
Who are you going with?
With you?
Obviously. But who are you going with?
That sentence did not change.
It changed emotionally.
Ethan unfolded another section of the map.
We are all going together?
Good.
She looked at him.
Then why did you explain that so quickly?
I did not.
You sounded defensive.
I am responsible for public safety.
That is not related.
It is related to everything tonight?
Ava looked toward the cafeteria entrance. Still no Lucien. Ethan noticed. This time he smiled knowingly.
He is not coming?
I did not ask.
You looked?
Everyone has become very observant?
We have limited entertainment.
Ethan folded the map.
Lucien does not like crowds.
He attends school.
He dislikes school too?
That is relatable.
Has he ever gone to the carnival?
Ethan considered the question.
He has been there?
That was careful.
He watches from the edge, checks exits, prevents Julian from doing anything memorable.
That sounds like work.
For Lucien, everything sounds like work.
Ava looked toward the empty seat at the end of the table. Lucien usually sat there, near enough to participate, far enough to leave.
Maybe someone should invite him.
Lily's expression became instantly pleased. Ethan looked away to hide a smile.
I did not say me.
No one said you.
You both thought it loudly?
The cafeteria door opened. Lucien entered. Charcoal sweater, black jeans. Emily's old coat folded over one arm. He scanned the room. His gaze found Ava almost immediately. She felt the moment before he began walking toward them. Lily quietly removed her tray from the carnival map. Ethan moved his backpack off the empty seat. Neither pretended innocence very well. Lucien reached the table.
What happened?
Nothing.
Everything.
Lucien looked toward Ava.
Should I be concerned?
Probably not.
He placed the coat beside her.
You left this in chemistry.
I brought it for you.
You were wearing it this morning.
It was cold.
You said I needed it.
I changed my mind.
Lucien looked at her, then at the bright orange carnival wristband.
You are going tonight.
Yes?
That sounds dangerous.
Cotton candy.
Crowds.
I am responsible for safety?
That confirms my concern.
Ethan leaned back.
You should come?
Number.
That was fast.
I have seen the carnival.
From the edge.
Lucien's eyes moved toward her.
Ethan told me.
Ethan speaks too much.
I was helping?
You never are.
Why do you not go?
Too many people.
You are at school.
Unfortunately,
Too much light?
among other things.
Too much music?
Yes.
Too much fun?
A small reaction crossed his face. Ava leaned closer.
That sounds less like a reason and more like a list of excuses.
Lucien sat at the end of the table. He studied the carnival map.
I have been to more carnivals than you have years.
You have watched more carnivals. That is not the same thing.
Lucien looked up. The noise of the cafeteria moved around them. Students laughing. Chairs scraping. Someone arguing over a dessert. Ava saw the truth before he admitted it. He had stood outside life for so long that participation felt more dangerous than any monster.
You could try staying this time.
The words changed him. Only for a heartbeat. Emily had said the same thing on the recording. Stay this time. Lucien looked toward the windows, then at the coat beside Ava.
I will consider it.
That means yes.
It does not.
It is closer than usual.
The bell rang. Students began standing. Lucien picked up the coat. Ava lifted her bag.
The Ferris wheel starts at 7.
I did not ask.
You looked?
For 1 second, he almost smiled. Then he walked away. Lily waited until he was out of hearing range.
That was an invitation.
It was information.
It was definitely an invitation?
You are both impossible.
Ethan looked toward the hallway Lucien had entered.
He will come?
How do you know?
Because you asked?
Ava looked down at the bright wristband around her arm. She refused to smile. It happened anyway. The final classes of the day passed beneath growing excitement. Teachers abandoned most attempts at serious instruction. Volunteers moved equipment across the athletic field. From the classroom windows, Ava watched the Ferris wheel rise section by section above the town. Its white frame caught the afternoon sun. Workers attached strings of lights around the spokes. By sunset, it would be visible from almost every street in Moonlight Falls. Lucien sat beside Ava in chemistry. He had not mentioned the carnival again. Neither had she. Mr. Bennett placed a tray of glass vials on their table.
Today's assignment requires patience.
Can I leave?
Number.
Then the assignment has already failed.
Lucien measured clear liquid into a beaker. Ava watched him.
You are not measuring.
You are doing it?
That was not the assignment.
You are avoiding the conversation.
There is no conversation.
You are coming tonight?
That sounded like a statement.
It was?
You have become confident.
You have become predictable.
Lucien added a drop of blue solution. The liquid turned pale silver.
I said I would consider it.
How long does considering take?
Sometimes decades.
You do not have decades.
His hand stopped. Ava realized what she had said. Not because Lucien lacked time, because she did. Because everyone around him did. The lightness left the moment. Lucien looked toward the silver liquid.
Number, I suppose I do not.
Ava lowered her voice.
I did not mean.
I know.
He looked at her. No anger, only honesty.
That is one reason I do not attend.
Because people change?
Because events repeat, the lights return, the music changes slightly. Children grow, then their children come.
Ava imagined him standing beyond the carnival year after year. Always the same face. Watching entire families pass through time.
That sounds lonely.
It is familiar.
That was not an answer.
It was the one I had.
Ava turned off the burner beneath their beaker.
Maybe you should make a new answer.
Lucien studied her. The classroom seemed quieter around them.
You make that sound simple.
I did not say simple. I said new.
Mr. Bennett passed their table. He examined the silver solution.
Acceptable.
That is the nicest thing he has ever said.
He once said adequate.
To you?
Number.
To me.
Julian looked proud. The bell rang. Students immediately began packing. Ava closed her notebook. Lucien cleaned the glassware with careful precision.
7?
What?
The Ferris wheel?
I remember.
You were pretending not to.
I was hoping you would forget.
I do not forget useful information.
I have noticed.
Ava started toward the door. Lucien spoke before she reached it.
Ava.
She turned. Lucien stood beside the lab table. Sunlight moved across the floor between them.
If I come,
He seemed almost uncomfortable with the sentence.
Yes?
I am not writing anything that spins.
That sounds like fear.
It is judgment.
We will see.
She smiled and left. Lucien remained in the emptying classroom. Julian leaned against the next table.
You are going.
Number.
You just negotiated conditions.
I stated a boundary.
At a carnival.
Lucien looked toward him.
I am also going.
Number.
Now you understand how she feels.
Julian walked out laughing. Lucien looked through the window. The Ferris wheel stood above the town. Incomplete, waiting for night. Ava returned to her locker before leaving school. 2 carnival tickets rested inside, not wristbands. Old-fashioned red paper tickets with gold lettering. Ferris wheel. Good for one ride. She picked them up. No note. no name. Lily appeared behind her.
Oh,
Did you put these here?
number.
The answer came smoothly, too smoothly. Ava turned.
You are lying?
I am offended.
You touched your hair?
That is not evidence.
You do it when you lie.
I do it constantly.
Also true?
Lily took one ticket. She examined it dramatically.
Perhaps a mysterious admirer.
Perhaps a friend with limited subtlety.
You have several.
One?
Lily smiled.
You bought them?
The line becomes terrible after sunset.
So you planned everything.
I planned options.
For me and Lucien.
For any two people.
You wrote his name lightly in pencil on the back?
Lily flipped the ticket. Lucien. The handwriting was small. Very obvious.
That could mean anything.
It means you are terrible at secrets.
I am excellent at useful ones.
Ava slipped both tickets into her pocket.
Thank you.
You are welcome.
They headed toward the exit. Outside, workers tested the carnival speakers. A burst of cheerful music rolled across the school grounds. The Ferris wheel lights flashed on one section at a time. Ava looked toward the road. Lucien was nowhere in sight. Lily bumped her shoulder gently.
Tonight.
Ava nodded. Tonight she would stop waiting for another clue. Stop listening for voices beneath the floor. Stop wondering what the lighthouse held. For one night, she would let Moonlight Falls become something other than the place where Emily disappeared. She would try to live inside it. By sunset, Moonlight Falls had transformed. Strings of colored bulbs stretched between old oak trees. Orange lanterns hung from the courthouse steps. The school athletic field had become a glowing maze of booths, music stages, food stands, and moving rides. The Ferris wheel rose above everything. Its white frame turned slowly against the darkening sky. Each carriage carried a different color. Red, blue, gold, green. From the hill above town, the entire carnival looked like someone had gathered the stars and lowered them into the streets. Ava stood in front of her bedroom mirror, then stepped back, then forward again. Lily sat cross-legged on the bed, surrounded by rejected sweaters.
You are overthinking.
I am wearing jeans.
You are overthinking the sweater.
It is a sweater?
It is the first sweater Lucien will see you wearing at a carnival.
He sees me at school.
School does not count.
Why?
Fluorescent lighting removes romance.
Ava looked at herself again. Dark jeans, brown boots, a soft burgundy sweater Lily had selected after rejecting black as too coordinated with Lucien. Emily's old silver camera rested on the desk. Ava had considered bringing it, then decided against it. Tonight was not an investigation. The brass key remained inside her bedside drawer. The photograph from Seattle remained in Thomas's office. The cassette tapes were locked away. For once, she carried only her phone, wallet, and the 2 Ferris wheel tickets Lily had placed in her locker.
You look good.
I looked good in the first sweater.
You looked safe.
That is usually considered positive?
Not tonight.
Ava laughed. She picked up a dark green jacket from the chair. Lily shook her head immediately.
Number.
It is cold.
You have another coat.
Ava looked toward the black coat hanging beside the wardrobe. Lucien's Emily's gift to him. He had returned it to Ava after chemistry, insisting she keep it until the evening. Ava had not understood why. Now she suspected he expected the temperature to fall. Or perhaps he wanted to see whether she would wear it.
You are looking at it.
I am deciding?
You decided 3 minutes ago.
Ava took the black coat from the hook. The fabric settled warmly around her shoulders despite Lucien's coldness still seeming woven into the lining. The sleeves were slightly long. Lily smiled.
Perfect.
It belongs to him.
So does the attention you have been giving the window.
I have not looked at the window.
You looked twice.
A knock sounded downstairs. Thomas called up.
Your ride is here.
My mother is early.
A second voice came from the hallway below.
Actually, it is public safety.
Lily closed her eyes.
He came in the jacket.
They walked downstairs. Ethan stood beside the front door wearing the blue volunteer coat from school. Reflective white stripes crossed the chest and sleeves. A radio clipped to his shoulder. A bright laminated badge read Safety Team. Lily stopped on the final stair.
Number.
You have not even seen the whistle?
He lifted it proudly from beneath the collar. Lily looked toward Ava.
We cannot go with him.
I am your official escort.
You look like a road sign.
A safe road sign?
Thomas stepped from the kitchen carrying Ava's phone charger. He placed it in her bag.
Keep your phone on.
It is on?
And charged.
It is charged?
Stay inside the carnival boundary.
I know.
If you leave,
I tell you.
if something feels wrong,
I find Ethan.
Exactly.
He is enjoying this.
Responsibility suits me.
or one of the deputies,
That addition was unnecessary?
Thomas looked toward Ava. His attention paused on Lucien's coat. He recognized it immediately. He did not comment. Instead, he adjusted the collar slightly where it had folded inward. The gesture was gentle, almost absent-minded.
midnight.
You said before midnight?
I am showing flexibility.
Generous?
Thomas looked toward Ethan.
You are at the main entrance until 9.
Yes?
After that, Maze Patrol and the North Midway.
Yes.
No leaving the grounds unless you call.
I know.
Does everyone receive the speech?
Number, only people he likes?
Thomas almost smiled. He looked at Lily.
Your mother knows you are staying until midnight.
She believes 11:30.
Lily,
She will believe midnight after I text her.
Thomas pointed toward her phone. Lily immediately began typing. Ava smiled. Thomas had changed since the forgotten bridge. He still worried. He still checked every exit. But he no longer treated Ava's life as something that had to be paused until the danger disappeared. Perhaps he had finally understood danger would never disappear completely. Life had to continue beside it. Thomas handed Ava a small amount of cash.
I have money?
use mine first.
Why?
Parent privilege.
Ava accepted it. Thomas kissed her forehead.
Have fun.
The words sounded difficult for him. Not because he did not want her to. Because Emily had said the same thing from a cassette recorded 17 years earlier. Find something beautiful, too. Ava squeezed his hand.
I will.
The sound reached them before the lights did. Music, laughter, the rhythmic mechanical clatter of the Ferris wheel. Then the road curved around the school and the entire carnival opened ahead. Lily stopped walking.
See,
You have attended every year.
that does not make it less beautiful.
Ethan raised his radio.
Safety 3 arriving at the east entrance.
Static answered.
Safety 3? Stop calling yourself Safety 3.
It is printed on the chart?
Your name is Ethan.
Understood?
Lily laughed so hard she had to stop walking. Ethan attempted dignity. The reflective stripes worked against him. At the entrance, volunteers checked wristbands and handed children small glow sticks. Thomas stood near a sheriff's vehicle speaking with Walter. He saw Ava arrive, raised one hand, then deliberately returned to his conversation. He was giving her space. Ava noticed. So did Ethan.
He is trying?
I know.
It may physically hurt him?
I know that too.
The carnival smelled of caramel, fried dough, cinnamon, wood smoke, and cold autumn air. A small band played near the courthouse steps. Children ran between booths carrying glowing balloons. The carousel turned beneath gold lights. Painted horses rose and fell to an old waltz. Every few seconds, the Ferris wheel bell rang as another carriage began its climb. Ava stood still. The scene felt familiar, not because she remembered attending, because Emily had photographed it. The carnival had existed inside faded pictures all her life. Now Ava stood within it. Lily pulled her toward a booth filled with glass bottles and wooden rings.
We begin with victory.
You say that confidently.
I have been practicing.
She loses every year?
You are supposed to leave.
I am escorting you to the main midway?
We are here.
I want to make sure.
Go reflect somewhere.
Ethan smiled. He looked toward Ava.
Call if you need anything.
I will.
Do not enter the mirror maze without telling someone.
Why?
Children get separated.
You said that was the point.
Temporary separation?
His radio crackled. A volunteer called for help near the parking lot. Ethan straightened.
Duty.
Fashion emergency.
Public safety?
He jogged away. The reflective stripes flashed beneath the lights. Lily watched him longer than necessary. Ava noticed.
You like the jacket?
I hate the jacket.
You watched it leave?
I was making sure it left.
Ava smiled. Lily handed her 3 wooden rings.
Focus.
The first ring bounced off the nearest bottle. The second fell short. The third landed around the neck of a blue bottle. A small bell rang. The booth attendant pointed toward rows of prizes.
Small shelf.
Lily looked offended.
1 bottle is the small shelf.
1 bottle is luck.
It was skill.
Ava examined the prizes. Plastic bracelets. Teeny bears. A black stuffed wolf with silver thread around its eyes. She pointed.
That one?
The attendant handed it over. The wolf was soft, cheap, and slightly crooked. Lily studied it.
Settle.
It was the best option.
There was a pink rabbit.
The rabbit looked judgmental.
They continued through the midway. Ava carried the black wolf beneath one arm. Lily bought cotton candy large enough to hide behind. At another booth, they threw soft balls at painted wooden ravens. Lily missed every target. Ava hit one. The raven spun and rang a bell.
You are suspiciously good at this.
I have depth perception.
I also have eyes.
Apparently decorative ones?
Lily placed one hand against her chest.
You have become cruel.
I am adjusting to town culture.
They passed the old photo booth. Its striped curtain hung beneath a painted crescent moon. A sign promised 4 photographs for $1. Ava slowed. For a moment, she saw Emily and Mr. Callahan's projection again, standing beside the same booth, smiling toward a man outside the frame. Lily followed her gaze.
Tomorrow.
I know.
They kept walking. That small choice felt important. The photograph would still exist tomorrow. Tonite did not have to become another investigation. Near the center of the carnival, a crowd had formed around a strength game. A large metal bell hung above a painted tower. Participants struck a lever with a padded hammer. A marker shot upward. Teenagers shouted encouragement. Ava saw Ethan near the booth. His volunteer radio clipped to one shoulder, hammer in both hands. Lily pushed through the crowd.
This should be interesting.
I am demonstrating safe technique.
You are showing off.
Those can happen together?
The booth attendant gestured toward the platform.
3 attempts.
Ethan lifted the hammer. Ava saw him adjust his grip. Saw the careful calculation behind the easy smile. He could probably send the marker through the bell. Instead, he struck with controlled force. The marker rose 3/4 of the tower. The crowd cheered. No bell. Lily narrowed her eyes.
You missed.
I was demonstrating restraint.
You were afraid.
Of what?
The bell.
Ethan handed her the hammer.
Your turn.
I do not perform under hostile conditions.
I will stand somewhere supportive.
That would be farther away.
She took the hammer. Her first strike barely moved the marker. Ethan did not laugh. That made it worse.
Say something.
Excellent posture.
I hate you.
Her second attempt rose halfway. The third climbed higher than Ethan's deliberately limited strike. The bell did not ring. Lily turned toward him triumphantly anyway.
I won.
You did?
He said it too sincerely. Lily's expression softened. Only briefly. The booth attendant handed her a small stuffed fox. She held it toward Ethan.
You carry this.
I am on duty.
It will improve the uniform.
Ethan accepted the fox. Ava looked at the black wolf in her own arms, then at the fox against Ethan's reflective jacket. She laughed. For several minutes, nothing felt complicated. No one hid what they were. No one asked what waited under the lighthouse. They were simply friends at a carnival. Night settled fully over Moonlight Falls. Every light became brighter. The Ferris wheel turned above the church. Music shifted from the small band to an upbeat recording. Couples began dancing near the courthouse steps. Ava and Lily bought hot cider. Ethan disappeared toward the entrance again. Ava checked her phone. A message from Thomas. "Everything okay?" She typed back. "Yes, having fun." Thomas answered with a single thumbs up. Ava smiled. Lily leaned against the cider stand.
You are looking again.
I am checking the time.
The time is on your phone.
I know.
You looked toward the road.
It is a public road.
He will come.
You do not know that.
Number. But Ethan sounded certain.
Ethan is often wrong.
Not about Lucien.
Ava sipped the cider. Too hot. She tried not to watch the entrance. A group of students arrived. Then a family with 2 children, then Julian and Grace, arguing about whether Julian had cheated at a card game before even entering. No Lucien. Ava told herself it did not matter. She had already enjoyed the night. She had laughed, won a prize, watched Lily nearly injure a strength game platform. Lucien had made no promise. He had said he would consider it. Maybe decades truly were his preferred timeline. Lily held out another piece of cotton candy.
Number?
It is medicinal.
For what?
Disappointment.
I am not disappointed.
Then celebratory.
Ava took it. She placed the sugar on her tongue. It disappeared instantly. Music rose near the dance area. Ava turned toward the sound. That was when she saw him. Lucien stood beneath a string of gold lights near the carnival entrance. Black coat, dark hair, hands in his pockets. He looked entirely out of place, and somehow as though every light had been arranged to lead Ava's eyes toward him. He watched the crowd, the rides, the children running past. Then he found Ava. Something in his face relaxed. Ava did not realize she was smiling until Lily spoke.
There.
What?
You are smiling.
I smile?
Not like that.
Lucien began walking toward them. The crowd moved around him. For once, he did not stay at the edge. He came all the way inside. Ava held the black stuffed wolf beneath one arm. Lily held cotton candy. Lucien stopped in front of them.
You came.
I was told I should try staying.
By me?
Among others.
Lily looked toward the Ferris wheel, then toward the game booths. Anywhere, except the 2 of them.
I should find Ethan.
You were just making fun of his jacket?
I have more material.
She walked away before Ava could stop her. Lucien watched her leave.
That was deliberate.
She is not subtle?
Neither are you.
I invited you directly?
Yes?
He looked at the black wolf in her arms.
What is that?
A prize.
It looks injured.
It has character.
It has one ear higher than the other.
You noticed?
She held it toward him.
Take it.
Number.
I need both hands.
For what?
To show you the carnival.
I have seen it.
From the edge.
Lucien stared at the stuffed wolf, then accepted it. He held it by one leg. Ava corrected him.
Not like that.
It is not alive.
It still looks undignified.
It was undignified before I touched it.
He tucked the stuffed wolf beneath one arm. The image was so unexpected, Ava laughed. Lucien looked down at the toy, then at her.
You planned this.
I won it before you arrived?
That does not answer the accusation.
The Ferris wheel bell rang above them. Ava felt the 2 red tickets inside her pocket. Not yet. There was an entire carnival between them and the highest point in Moonlight Falls. She stepped toward the midway.
Come on.
Where?
You said you would stay?
I am here.
That is not the same thing.
Lucien looked toward the crowded lights, the spinning rides, the noise, then back at Ava.
No spinning.
We will negotiate?
She began walking. After one brief hesitation, Lucien followed, still carrying the crooked black wolf. Lucien followed Ava into the center of the carnival. He moved carefully through the crowd, not because anyone blocked him. People seemed to sense him before they looked. They shifted aside without understanding why. Children ran past carrying glowing balloons. Music spilled from the dance platform. A man at the caramel apple stand called out a discount. Lucien watched everything with the cautious attention of someone entering unfamiliar territory. Ava noticed.
You look worried.
I am surrounded by unstable machinery and sugar.
You fought something through a library wall.
That was more predictable.
Ava smiled. Lucien still carried the black stuffed wolf beneath one arm. Its crooked head rested against his coat. Several students looked at him, then at the toy, then quickly away.
You are attracting attention.
I usually do.
The wolf is helping?
I was unaware that was its purpose.
It makes you look approachable.
That is unfortunate.
They stopped beside a ring toss booth. Rows of glass bottles reflected carnival lights. The booth attendant recognized Lucien. His cheerful smile became uncertain.
3 rings for $1.
Ava placed money on the counter. Lucien looked toward her.
You already played this.
I played with Lily.
And now?
You are going to win.
Why?
Because you have lived long enough to develop basic coordination.
Lucien studied the bottles.
That is not how age works.
We will find out.
The attendant handed him 3 wooden rings. Lucien weighed the first in his palm. He looked toward the nearest bottle, then farther back. His hand moved. The ring landed perfectly around the neck of a red bottle. The bell rang. Ava folded her arms.
You have done this before.
Once.
When?
1952.
And you remember?
I lost.
You remember losing a carnival game 70 years ago.
It was irritating.
He threw the second ring. It landed around another bottle. The attendant's expression tightened. Lucien held the third ring. He looked toward the highest row. A large prize hung behind it. A black bear nearly as tall as Ava.
Do not?
You said to win.
I do not want to carry that.
I am already carrying yours.
Exactly?
Lucien threw. The ring should have landed perfectly. At the final instant, it struck the bottle rim and bounced away. Ava looked toward him. He had missed deliberately.
Unfortunate.
You cheated?
I lost.
On purpose?
You cannot prove that.
The attendant handed Ava a small paper crown from the middle prize shelf.
2 bottles?
Ava placed the crown on Lucien's head. He became completely still.
Perfect?
Number.
You won it?
You accepted it.
For you?
Lucien removed the crown. Ava put it back. He looked at her. She smiled. After a long moment, he allowed it to remain. They walked away beneath the carnival lights. Lucien Blackwood carried a crooked stuffed wolf and wore a gold paper crown. Ava laughed every few steps.
You find this far too amusing.
I have never seen you look less mysterious.
I can correct that.
Number?
She caught the edge of the crown before he could remove it. Her fingers brushed his hair. Lucien stopped. The crowd moved around them. Ava realized how close she had stepped. Her hand remained near his temple. Lucien's silver eyes held hers. Neither spoke. Then a child ran between them, chasing a balloon. Ava stepped back. She adjusted the crown as though that had been the only reason for touching him.
It was crooked?
So is the wolf.
They match?
Lucien looked down at the toy, then at her. The smallest smile appeared. He did not hide it. They moved through the midway slowly. Ava did not rush. For once, there was nowhere they needed to reach. No trail to follow. No key waiting inside a hidden box. She showed Lucien the food stands. He refused cotton candy, then tried a small piece. It disappeared against his tongue. His expression did not change.
Well?
It tastes like colored air.
That is the appeal.
I remain unconvinced.
Ava bought an apple coated in red caramel. Lucien watched her attempt the first bite. The caramel stuck to her teeth. He looked almost concerned.
Are you all right?
Number?
She tried to speak around the candy. Lucien began laughing, not loudly. Enough. Ava finally freed herself.
You laughed at me?
You were fighting fruit.
It was unfairly prepared.
You lost.
I did not.
The apple remains.
Ava held it toward him.
Your turn.
Number.
You are afraid?
I do not eat apples.
Vampire problem?
Personal judgment.
Ava took another bite. This one went better. They stopped near the carousel. Gold lights moved around painted horses. A calliope played an old waltz. Children waved to parents as they passed. Lucien watched in silence.
You have ridden one?
Number.
Never?
I have seen them.
From the edge.
You are repeating yourself.
You keep proving me right?
Ava walked toward the ticket booth. Lucien remained where he was.
You said no spinning.
This spins.
Slowly.
That does not alter the definition.
You fought a creature with blood on its teeth.
It did not play music.
You are afraid of the carousel?
I dislike being displayed in circles.
That is the most specific fear I have ever heard.
She held out a ticket. Lucien looked at it, then at the painted horses. One had a silver mane and black saddle. The other had blue flowers painted across its side.
Number.
You negotiated no spinning rides.
Yes.
This barely counts.
It completes a circle.
So does the earth?
I also object to that.
Ava laughed. She placed the ticket in his hand.
One ride.
Why?
Because you have watched long enough?
The words quieted him. Lucien looked toward the moving carousel. Families gathered around it. Ordinary people living ordinary moments. Ava saw the resistance in him, not fear of machinery. Fear of entering a memory that would end. The ride stopped. The gate opened. Lucien looked at Ava.
One.
One?
Ava chose the horse with blue flowers. Lucien chose none. He stood beside her, one hand resting on the brass pole.
You are supposed to sit.
I agreed to ride, not to participate completely.
That is not how participation works.
The music began. The platform moved. Lucien's expression became deeply suspicious. Ava's horse rose, then lowered. She watched him circle beside her. The paper crown remained on his head. The stuffed wolf rested under his free arm. The image was so impossible that Ava began laughing again.
You planned this humiliation.
I hoped.
You are enjoying yourself.
Yes?
Lucien looked at her. The carousel lights moved across her face. Red, gold. For a few seconds, his guarded expression disappeared. He watched her as though the sound of her laughter had changed something. Ava noticed. Her smile softened.
What?
Nothing.
You were staring?
I was observing.
That is the same thing with less honesty.
Lucien looked forward.
You look happy.
The words were simple. His voice made them feel important. Ava looked around the carousel, at the lights, at the children, at the strange immortal boy standing beside a painted horse because she had asked him to.
I am.
Lucien nodded, as though that had been enough reason to come. When the carousel stopped, Lucien stepped off before the gate fully opened. Ava followed.
You survived.
Barely.
You did not even sit.
That saved me.
They walked toward the small music stage. A local band had begun playing a slow song. Couples gathered beneath hanging lights. Ava recognized several students. Grace danced with Owen near the edge. Julian stood beside a food stand, pretending not to watch. Ava looked toward Lucien. He noticed.
Number.
I did not say anything.
You were about to.
Can you dance?
Yes.
That sounded proud.
It was factual.
When did you learn?
A long time ago.
Was dancing different?
People stood farther apart.
That sounds safer for you.
It often was.
The song continued. Ava did not ask him to dance. Not directly. She stood beside him and watched the couples move. Lucien's fingers tightened slightly around the stuffed wolf.
You could put that down.
You told me to hold it.
I did not expect obedience.
That was your mistake.
Ava smiled. A voice called from behind them.
There you are.
Lily approached with Ethan. The small stuffed fox remained clipped beneath Ethan's radio strap. His reflective jacket glowed beneath every carnival light. Lily looked at Lucien's paper crown. Then the black wolf. Her expression became delighted.
I missed everything.
You missed nothing.
You are wearing a crown.
Number.
It is visible?
That does not make it real.
Ethan reached toward the stuffed wolf. Lucien moved it away.
You are protecting it?
I was told to carry it.
He has become attached.
I have not.
What is its name?
It does not have one.
It needs one?
Number.
We could call it Lucien.
Ethan laughed loudly. Lucien looked at Ava.
Dark, quiet, one ear slightly higher?
I regret coming.
No, you do not.
Lucien held her gaze. He could have denied it. He did not. Lily saw the answer. So did Ethan. They exchanged a look. Ava noticed.
Stop?
We did nothing.
Absolutely nothing?
A call came through Ethan's radio.
Ethan, report to the west entrance.
On my way.
He adjusted the fox beneath his strap. Lily reached toward it.
I can hold that.
You said it improved the uniform.
It does.
Then it stays?
He smiled and jogged away. Lily watched him. Again, Ava bumped her shoulder.
Number.
I did not say anything.
You have the face.
Lucien looked between them.
What face?
The one she makes before denying something obvious?
I am leaving.
She pointed toward the photo booth.
Take pictures.
Why?
Because I said so.
She disappeared into the crowd before either could object. Lucien looked toward the old booth. Its crescent moon sign glowed pale blue.
Number.
You said that about the carousel.
I was correct then, too.
You survived.
The night is young.
Ava stepped toward the booth. Lucien followed more slowly.
You do not like photographs.
Number.
My mother did?
Yes.
Why do you hate them?
Lucien stopped beside the striped curtain. Carnival lights reflected across the old metal casing.
They make time look honest.
Is that bad?
When you do not change, yes.
Ava looked at him. The crowd moved behind them. Faces passing. Ages changing. Lives continuing.
Maybe that is why they matter?
Lucien's gaze shifted toward the booth. Then back to Ava.
One strip.
You negotiate badly.
You keep agreeing.
She pulled the curtain aside. Lucien looked toward the midway. No rescue appeared. He entered after her. The photo booth was smaller than Ava expected. A narrow bench occupied one side. A faded blue curtain hung behind it. The camera lens sat above a scratched metal screen. Instructions had been printed in black letters. Insert coin, wait for flash. Do not move. Someone had written beneath them. Or move. It is funnier. Ava sat first. Lucien remained standing near the curtain. The stuffed wolf filled most of the space between them.
You have to sit.
I can be photographed standing.
Only if you want your knees in every picture.
Lucien looked toward the camera, then sat beside her. Carefully, the bench forced them close. His shoulder touched hers. Cold through the coat. Ava inserted the coin. The machine hummed. A red light turned on.
4 pictures?
I heard.
Try not to look like you are being arrested.
I have been arrested.
When?
Several times.
For what?
The first flash fired. Lucien looked directly at the camera. Serious. Ava had turned toward him in surprise.
You cannot say that before a picture.
You asked?
Second picture.
The red light blinked again. Ava faced the camera. At the last second, she nudged Lucien's shoulder. He turned toward her, flash.
That one will be good.
You were not looking.
Neither were you?
The third light began blinking. Lucien adjusted the stuffed wolf beneath his arm. Its crooked face appeared between them. Ava laughed. Lucien looked down at the toy, then at her. The flash fired while both were smiling. The final red light turned on. Ava tried to face forward. Lucien did the same. Neither quite managed. Their eyes met just before the flash. White light filled the booth. For one suspended second, neither looked away. Then the machine went dark. The hum continued. Ava became aware of how close they were. Lucien's knee touched hers. His face was only inches away. The noise of the carnival seemed distant behind the curtain.
That was 4?
Yes?
Neither moved. A metallic click sounded beneath the screen. The moment broke. Ava stood. The photo slot remained empty.
It is stuck?
That seems appropriate.
Do not judge old technology.
I am old technology.
Ava laughed. She tapped the side of the machine. Nothing. Lucien leaned down. He listened.
There are 2 strips inside.
2?
Yes?
We only took 1?
I noticed.
The machine groaned. A photograph slid halfway out, then stopped. Ava pulled gently. The fresh 4-picture strip emerged. The images were still developing. Shapes darkened one by one. First, Ava staring at Lucien while he faced the camera. Second, Lucien turned toward her. Third, both laughing around the stuffed wolf. Fourth, their faces angled toward each other. Ava looked at the last image longer than the others. Lucien did too. Neither commented. Another grinding sound came from the machine. A second photograph fell into the tray. Not a strip. 1 square print, yellowed at the edges. Ava picked it up. The image had been taken outside the same booth decades earlier. Emily stood beneath the painted crescent moon. Young, smiling toward the camera. Beside her stood a man. His face had blurred during exposure. Only the shape of his dark coat remained clear. One hand rested against the booth door. A ring caught the flash. Oval black stone. Dark metal. A carved pattern around its edge. Ava's breath stopped.
This is the photograph from class.
Number.
He took it carefully.
The angle is different.
Same night?
Possibly.
Lucien studied the man's hand. His expression changed. Not shock. Recognition restrained before it became visible. Ava saw it anyway.
You know the ring?
It is familiar.
To who?
Lucien looked toward Emily's face. The warmth from moments earlier disappeared beneath old caution.
Lucien?
Not tonight.
Ava's first instinct was to argue. To take the photograph directly to Mrs. Alvarez. To find Thomas. To ask which Blackwood had stood beside Emily. Then she heard Emily's recorded voice. Let this part end. Do not let my disappearance become the only story you live. Ava looked at the new photo strip in her other hand. The third image showed Lucien laughing. The fourth showed both of them forgetting the camera existed. She folded the old photograph carefully.
Tomorrow?
Lucien looked toward her, almost surprised.
We keep it safe. We look tomorrow.
Something softened in his face.
Tomorrow.
Ava placed the old photograph inside her jacket pocket. The fresh strip remained in her hand. Lucien looked at it.
You should keep that too.
I planned to.
All 4?
Do you want one?
The question caught him off guard. He looked at the final picture.
You can have half.
That would destroy the others.
You understand photographs.
I knew your mother.
Ava held out the strip.
Then you keep it?
Number.
You came. You wore the crown. You survived the carousel. You should have proof.
Lucien took the strip carefully. His fingers brushed hers.
You trust me with the only copy.
Yes?
The answer came easily. Lucien looked at her. The booth seemed too small again.
Do not lose it?
I do not lose photographs.
The sentence carried too much history. Ava did not ask. Not tonight. They stepped through the striped curtain. Music and light rushed around them again. For several seconds, the carnival felt exactly as it had before. Then a woman screamed near the mirror maze. Not in fear of something supernatural. In the unmistakable panic of a parent who could not find her child. The music continued. The Ferris wheel turned. The woman shouted one name over and over.
Ben, Ben, has anyone seen my son?
Lucien and Ava looked toward the maze. Ethan's voice came through a nearby volunteer radio. Urgent, controlled.
Close the west exits. We have a missing child?
The ordinary night ended in an instant. The woman stood near the entrance to the mirror maze. One hand gripped the arm of a carnival volunteer. The other held a child's red knit hat. Her face had gone pale.
He was right beside me. I turned around for 1 second. 1 second.
Ethan reached her first. The blue volunteer jacket no longer looked ridiculous. His posture changed. So did his voice. Calm, direct, focused.
What is his name?
Ben.
How old is he?
8.
What is he wearing?
Dark jacket. Gray jeans. Red gloves. One of them has a tear near the thumb.
Ethan nodded toward another volunteer.
Write that down. Send it to every entrance. No child leaves without an adult and matching wristband.
The volunteer ran. Lily appeared from the crowd. She looked from Ethan to the woman. The humor disappeared from her face.
What happened?
A child is missing?
Lily stepped toward the mother, not too close.
He wanted to go through the maze again. I said we had time for one more. He ran ahead. I saw him go inside. I waited at the exit. He never came out.
A carnival employee stood beside the entrance, shaking his head.
We checked every corridor. The maze is empty.
It cannot be empty. He went in.
Lucien looked toward the mirrored structure. The entrance lights flickered red and blue. Children and parents were already being moved away. The maze music had stopped. Only the low hum of the generator remained.
How many exits?
One public exit, one staff door.
Was the staff door open?
Locked.
Who has keys?
Me, the operator and maintenance.
Thomas pushed through the crowd with Walter beside him. His face hardened the moment he saw Ava. Not because she had done something wrong. Because danger had found her again.
What do we know?
8-year-old boy. Entered approximately 10 minutes ago. Not seen leaving. Maze staff claim the interior is clear.
Camera?
One at the entrance. One at the exit. There is an internal camera, but the feed has been cutting out.
Thomas looked toward Walter.
Close the west side of the carnival. No vehicles leave without being checked.
I will handle it.
Walter moved toward the road. Thomas turned to the child's mother. His voice softened.
We are going to find him.
You do not know that.
Number. But we are going to act like every minute matters.
The honesty seemed to steady her more than false reassurance would have. Thomas looked at Lily.
Stay with her. Ask when she last saw him, what he was carrying, whether he knows anyone here. Write down everything.
I can do that.
Lily guided the woman toward a bench near the first aid tent. She removed her own coat and placed it around the woman's shoulders. Ethan watched her go. Only for a second, then he turned back to the maze. Thomas looked at Ava.
You stay outside.
I saw something in the maze earlier.
Thomas's expression tightened.
Not supernatural. An old maintenance seam near the east wall. I noticed it when we passed.
Ava.
If the child did not come out, he went somewhere else.
Lucien stepped closer.
She should come.
You are not helping.
I am being honest.
She notices details. More than the maze staff?
That does not make this safe.
You said I could help if I stayed with one of them.
Thomas looked at her. He remembered saying it. He did not like hearing his own words used against him.
I will not separate. I will not go ahead. I will do exactly what you say.
Thomas looked at Lucien.
You do not leave her.
I will not.
Then Ethan.
You either.
I will not.
Thomas pointed toward the entrance.
5 minutes. If you find nothing, you come out. If the structure is unstable, you come out. If either of you senses anything unusual.
We come out?
Understood.
Thomas held Ava's gaze.
This is not the bridge.
I know.
It is not a mystery.
I know.
It is a child.
I know.
Thomas stepped aside.
Dad.
He looked at her.
We will find him.
Thomas did not answer. But he let her enter. Before they crossed the curtain, a volunteer brought the camera monitor. The footage was grainy. The entrance camera showed families passing beneath the painted mirror maze sign. At 10:43 p.m., Ben appeared. Dark jacket, gray jeans, 2 red gloves. He ran ahead of his mother and disappeared through the curtain. The mother entered 12 seconds later. At 10:44, the internal camera flickered. The image broke into static. For 3 seconds, the screen went black. When the feed returned, several people were visible in the main corridor. Ben was not among them. The exit camera showed his mother leaving at 10:49. Then waiting. No Ben. Ethan leaned toward the monitor.
Play it again?
The volunteer rewound static. Black screen. Image return. Ava watched the people. A man in a green jacket. 2 teenagers, a little girl holding a balloon. No Ben. Lucien looked at the audio bar beneath the feed.
Was sound recorded?
Barely.
The volunteer increased the volume laughter. Music. Footsteps. Then, just before the signal died, a faint metallic bang. Ava looked toward Lucien.
You heard that?
Yes.
Maintenance door?
It was locked.
Then check whether it is still locked.
The employee swallowed. He handed Ethan a ring of keys.
East wall, behind the 3rd mirror panel.
Ethan took the keys. Lucien lifted the entrance curtain. Dark reflections waited inside. The maze felt larger without people. Colored bulbs glowed along the floor. Red light, then blue, then white. Every wall reflected the 3 of them into endless copies. Ava saw herself moving ahead. Beside herself. Behind herself. Lucien appeared in dozens of mirrors, each reflection pale and still. Ethan's blue jacket multiplied into bright stripes in every direction.
This uniform has finally become useful.
For blinding us?
For visibility?
You are visible from every angle.
Exactly.
Their voices returned in soft echoes. Ava remained between Lucien and Ethan, just as she had promised. The main corridor divided. 3 possible paths. Lucien closed his eyes. He listened.
What do you hear?
The generator. A loose fan belt, music outside. Thomas speaking into a radio.
He turned his head slightly.
And metal.
Where?
Not yet. Too much reflection.
Sound bounced strangely in the maze. Ethan crouched. He pressed 2 fingers against the floor, then smelled the air.
Too many people came through, Sugar. Smoke? Wet leaves? Perfume?
He moved toward the left corridor.
But a child was here?
You can tell?
Maybe.
They followed him. At the first corner, Ava found a piece of blue candy on the floor. Crushed. At the second, another.
Breadcrumbs?
Candy?
Same principle?
Ethan picked it up.
Fruit flavor?
That narrows it to every child here.
You are welcome?
They continued. Ava brushed one hand along the wall. Most panels were cold glass. One section felt warmer. Behind it, machinery vibrated. She looked down. A small handprint marked the lower edge of the mirror. Not adult height. Child height.
Here?
Ethan crouched beside her. A faint smear crossed the glass. Sticky. Blue sugar.
He touched this?
The corridor ended in 3 mirrored panels. Lucien stood still, then lifted one hand.
Quiet.
Ava and Ethan stopped moving. The carnival sounded far away. The hum of electricity. A loose screw ticking against metal. Then tap. Very faint. Tap. Tap. Ava held her breath.
Ben?
No answer. Then a scraping sound from behind the wall. Ethan moved toward the center panel. He pressed against it. Solid. Lucien touched the panel on the right.
This one is hollow.
Ethan examined the frame. A thin metal seam ran down one side. Ava saw a faint indentation near the floor.
A release?
She knelt. A small lever had been hidden beneath the trim. Ethan inserted one of the maintenance keys. It did not turn. He tried another, then another.
Wrong lock?
Or damaged.
He gripped the edge of the panel. The metal frame creaked. Ava placed one hand over his wrist.
Do not?
I can open it.
You can pull it off. That is different.
Lucien looked behind the panel. He could not see through it, but he could hear the unstable rattle of the mounting brackets.
The upper frame is loose.
If you tear it free, the mirror beside it could fall.
And if the kid is behind it?
I know.
He released the edge. Ava examined the lever. Rust surrounded the hinge. The painted trim had swollen from years of moisture.
It is mechanical, no power. If we release the pressure from the frame, the latch might move.
How?
Push here.
She pointed to the lower left corner.
That is all?
Number you push. Lucien holds the upper bracket. I move the lever.
If it slips,
You catch it?
Lucien looked at her, then nodded. They moved into position. Ethan pressed his shoulder against the lower panel. Lucien placed both hands on the upper frame. Ava wrapped her fingers around the lever.
Slowly?
Ethan pushed. The metal groaned. Lucien stabilized the top as the mirror shifted forward by less than an inch.
Again?
Ethan applied more pressure. The lever moved only slightly. Rust cracked.
Hold it?
She pulled harder. The latch snapped free. The entire panel dropped toward them. Lucien caught it with one hand. The mirror shuddered. A spiderweb crack appeared in one corner, but it did not fall. Cold darkness opened behind it.
Show off?
you push too hard.
I followed instructions?
Both of you stop.
She shone her phone light into the opening. A narrow service corridor ran behind the maze. Dust-covered cables crossed the walls. Wooden supports held the platform above. A red glove lay on the floor. Ava reached inside and picked it up. Small, torn near the thumb.
He came through here?
Ethan leaned into the opening.
Ben?
His voice traveled into the passage. No answer. Lucien listened again.
Farther in.
You hear him?
Breathing. Maybe crying.
How far?
Below us.
A metal stairway descended at the end of the corridor. The carnival had been built in layers. New booths above old platforms. Temporary walls over permanent maintenance spaces. Ava stepped through the opening. Lucien caught her arm.
Stay behind me.
You promised not to leave me.
I did not promise to let you go first.
Ethan entered behind her. He looked back at the unstable mirror.
We need to tell Thomas.
He lifted his radio. Static. The maze walls blocked the signal.
Of course.
We return.
We know where he is?
We know he is below us.
And alone?
Another sound rose from the passage. A child's voice. Weak.
Help,
All three became still.
please?
Ava looked at Lucien.
5 minutes.
Lucien looked toward the stairs, then back at the open mirror panel.
We stay together.
Agreed?
They descended. The stairs ended beneath the maze floor. The ceiling was low. Old beams crossed above them. Dust floated through their phone lights. The sounds of the carnival became heavy and distorted. Footsteps passed overhead. Music vibrated through wood. The Ferris wheel bell rang somewhere beyond the walls. Ava followed Ethan through the passage. Lucien remained behind her. The corridor split around a generator cabinet. Ethan crouched. A smear of dirt crossed the floor. A small shoe print pointed left.
This way?
They turned. The passage narrowed. A row of storage panels leaned against one wall. Old signs, broken lights, a painted wooden moon with one eye missing. Ava caught her sleeve on a nail. Lucien freed it before the fabric tore.
Careful.
I am?
That word has lost meaning.
Ethan raised one hand.
Listen.
Crying. Closer now. Ava moved toward the sound. Lucien stopped her. A support beam ahead had shifted. One end rested at an angle against the wall. Loose wiring hung around it.
The floor above is unstable.
Can we pass?
One at a time.
Ben?
The crying stopped.
Who is there?
My name is Ava. We are looking for you.
I cannot get out.
We are coming. Stay where you are.
My foot hurts.
Do not try to stand?
Lucien tested the beam. It shifted under his hand.
I will hold it.
I can?
You need to carry him.
Ethan nodded. Lucien placed both hands beneath the angled support. He lifted slowly. Wood groaned. Dust fell from the ceiling.
Go.
Ethan ducked beneath. Ava followed. For 1 second, the beam slipped. Lucien caught it again.
Lucien?
Keep moving.
She passed through. Lucien lowered the beam enough to shift around it, then join them. The passage opened into a small maintenance chamber. Ben sat beside an old tool cabinet. One red glove remained on his hand. His other hand gripped his ankle. Tears streaked his face. When the phone light reached him, he flinched.
Ben?
Yes?
Ava knelt several feet away, not too close.
Your mother is outside? She is waiting for you.
I got lost.
I know.
I thought the door was the exit.
That makes sense.
Then it closed.
We found it?
Ben looked at Lucien. His eyes widened. Lucien had forgotten the paper crown. It still sat on his head. The stuffed wolf remained tucked beneath his arm. Ben stared.
Are you from the carnival?
Lucien looked at the crown, then at Ava.
Apparently,
Ben sniffed.
Why are you holding a wolf?
it was assigned to me.
Ava bit back a laugh. The child's breathing slowed. Ethan crouched near his injured ankle.
Can I look?
Ben nodded. Ethan gently touched the outside of the shoe.
Ow.
Probably twisted. Nothing looks broken?
Are you a doctor?
Number.
He wears a reflective jacket.
That is enough in this town?
Ben looked at Lucien again.
Your hands are cold?
Lucien had placed one hand against Ben's shoulder. He removed it.
I forgot my gloves.
Ben accepted this explanation immediately. Children often accepted the simple answer adults rejected. Ava held out the red glove they had found.
You dropped this?
Ben took it. His face crumpled again.
My mom is mad?
Number, she is scared. That is different.
I was supposed to stay with her.
You made a mistake. So did the person who left the maintenance door open. We will deal with that later.
Ben looked toward the dark passage.
I do not want to go back through there.
You do not have to walk.
Ethan turned.
Are you going to carry me?
Yes?
Are you strong?
Lily's voice seemed to appear in Ethan's memory. You missed the bell. Ethan smiled.
Strong enough?
He lifted Ben carefully onto his back. The child wrapped both arms around his shoulders. Lucien gave the stuffed wolf to Ben. The boy held it tightly. Ava looked at Lucien.
You became attached?
He needs it more.
Ben rested his chin on Ethan's shoulder.
What is its name?
Lucien looked toward Ava. She smiled.
It does not have one.
I will name him Midnight.
Lucien considered this.
That is acceptable.
The return was slower. Ethan carried Ben. Ava walked ahead with the light. Lucien followed behind, listening to every shift in the old beams. The carnival continued above them. People laughed. Music changed songs. None of them knew a frightened child was moving through the darkness beneath their feet. When they reached the unstable support, Lucien stopped.
I will lift it.
You did that already?
Yes,
It moved?
I noticed.
Ethan adjusted Ben's weight.
I can hold him in the beam?
Number.
You always say no before I finish?
It saves time.
Ava studied the beam. A metal maintenance jack stood against the wall, rusty, but intact.
That?
She dragged it closer. Lucien examined the mechanism.
It may fail.
Then you catch the beam.
You make dangerous plans sound reasonable.
You keep agreeing.
They positioned the jack beneath the support. Ava turned the handle. The metal complained. The beam rose inch by inch. Lucien steadied it. When the opening was wide enough, Ethan ducked through with Ben. Ava followed. Lucien released the pressure slowly and stepped across before the jack slipped. The beam dropped back into place with a heavy crack. Dust filled the passage. Ben buried his face against Ethan's shoulder.
You are okay? We are almost out?
At the metal stairs, The radio signal returned in broken bursts.
Ethan, respond.
Ethan lifted the radio.
We found him?
Static. Then Thomas's voice came through clearly.
Say again.
We found Ben, alive, possible ankle injury. We are coming out through the east maintenance panel.
A long breath came across the radio. Thomas had been holding it.
Understood. Medical team is waiting. Take your time.
The relief in his voice reached Ava more deeply than any celebration could have. They climbed the stairs. The broken mirror panel remained open. Lucien held it steady while Ethan passed through with Ben. Ava followed. Then Lucien. The maze light seemed painfully bright after the darkness. At the entrance, the curtain had been tied back. Thomas stood outside, Lily beside him. Ben's mother pushed past everyone the moment she saw her son.
Ben.
Ethan lowered himself carefully. The boy reached for her. She dropped to her knees and pulled him close. Ben buried his face in her shoulder.
I am sorry.
Number, no. You are here.
She kissed his hair again and again. The black stuffed wolf remained trapped between them. Lily turned away. She wiped her eyes quickly. Ethan saw. He said nothing. A medic crouched beside Ben. The mother kept one arm around him while the ankle was examined. Thomas walked toward Ava. For a moment, he looked angry, then relieved, then both.
You went below the maze.
Yes?
You lost radio contact.
Yes?
You were gone 12 minutes.
It felt shorter.
It did not.
Ava lowered her voice.
I am sorry.
Thomas looked at Lucien and Ethan. Then back at Ava.
You found him.
We all did?
Thomas pulled her into a brief, tight embrace.
Dad?
I know.
He released her, then faced Lucien.
Thank you.
She found the door.
You kept her alive while she did.
Lucien accepted the words quietly. Ethan removed his volunteer jacket. The reflective stripes were covered in dust. Lily stepped toward him.
You are bleeding.
A shallow cut crossed Ethan's forearm. He looked down.
It is nothing?
That is what people say before something becomes infected.
I heal quickly?
The words came too naturally. Lily looked at him.
I mean, I do not get infections easily.
That was worse.
She took a clean cloth from the first aid table and wrapped his arm. Ethan let her. The cut had already stopped bleeding. By morning, it would probably be gone. Lily tied the cloth tightly.
I am going to ask about that later.
About the cut?
About several things.
Ethan looked toward Ava. Ava pretended not to see. The maze operator stood with Thomas near the maintenance panel. His face had gone gray.
That door should have been locked.
It was not.
The latch must have failed.
It did not fail?
They looked at her.
The frame had pressure on it. The panel opened from the maze side, then it latched behind him.
Could a child have pulled it open?
Yes, if the lower corner was already loose.
The operator rubbed both hands over his face.
We inspected it this afternoon.
You are closing the maze.
Of course.
Not for the night. Until the entire structure is inspected.
Yes?
Thomas looked toward Walter.
Document the panel. Get the maintenance records. Find out who signed the inspection.
Already doing it.
No hidden creature had taken Ben. No new enemy had entered the carnival. No ancient force waited beneath the maze. A rusted door. A careless inspection. A frightened child. Ordinary mistakes could still become dangerous. Ava found the realization almost comforting. Not every darkness belonged to the supernatural. Some doors were simply doors. The carnival director announced a temporary pause. Music stopped. The Ferris wheel slowed. Families gathered in uncertain groups. Then Thomas stepped onto the small stage. He did not give details, only the truth. A child had been missing. The child had been found. He was safe. The crowd applauded. Not loudly at first, then with relief. The child's mother stood near the medical tent holding Ben's hand. His ankle was wrapped. Midnight, the black stuffed wolf, rested beneath his arm. Ben saw Lucien across the crowd. He raised the toy. Lucien raised one hand in return. Ava watched him. The paper crown had disappeared somewhere in the rescue. His hair had fallen across his forehead. Dust marked one shoulder of his coat. He looked less perfect, more real.
You were good with him?
He was frightened.
That is not what I meant.
Lucien looked toward Ben.
Children do not ask the correct questions.
What are the correct questions?
The dangerous ones.
He asked why your hands were cold.
And accepted the answer.
Maybe people accept you more easily than you expect.
Lucien looked at her. The Ferris wheel began moving again. One light at a time, the carnival returned. Music started softly. Booths reopened. Parents held their children a little closer. The night continued. Thomas approached Ava.
You can stay.
She blinked.
You are not sending me home?
I considered it.
For how long?
Every second. You were underground.
Ava waited. Thomas looked toward the Ferris wheel.
Your mother would have hated the idea that one frightening moment ended the entire night.
She would have gone back into the maze.
Yes. And then photographed the inspection report.
Ava smiled. Thomas touched her shoulder.
Midnight.
Midnight?
He walked back toward the sheriff's station. Lucien stood beside her.
You still have the tickets.
Ava touched her pocket. 2 red Ferris wheel tickets remained inside.
Yes?
You nearly died in a maintenance tunnel.
I did not nearly die.
The beam moved.
You caught it?
That is not reassurance.
You came to a carnival. You wore a crown. You rode a carousel. Tonight is full of unlikely events.
The Ferris wheel bell rang. Ava held out 1 ticket.
One more.
Lucien looked up. The wheel turned slowly above Moonlight Falls. Unlike the carousel, it did not spin quickly. It rose, paused, then returned.
This was always your plan.
Lily's plan?
That is worse.
He accepted the ticket. Around them, the carnival lights burned brighter than before. Not because nothing bad had happened. Because the night had survived it. The Ferris wheel line curved around the edge of the midway. Families stood beneath strings of gold bulbs. Children leaned against railings. Couples shared paper cups of cider. A carnival worker collected tickets beside a small wooden gate. Ava and Lucien joined the end of the line. For several seconds, neither spoke. The rescue still followed them, dust on their clothes, adrenaline fading, the memory of Ben's frightened voice beneath the maze. Yet around them, the carnival had resumed its rhythm. Music, laughter, the metallic click of the wheel turning overhead. Ordinary life continuing after fear. Lucien looked toward Ava.
You should sit down.
We are standing in line.
You know what I mean.
I am fine.
You always say that.
So do you.
I am usually correct.
That is debatable?
Lucien's attention moved to the small tear near Ava's sleeve. The nail in the maintenance passage had caught the fabric. He touched the edge gently.
You could have been hurt.
So could Ben?
That is not the same thing.
Why?
Because he did not choose to go below the maze.
Neither did I.
You chose to follow.
You followed too.
Lucien looked away. The Ferris wheel lights moved across his face. Blue, gold, red. Ava lowered her voice.
You cannot protect everyone by keeping them outside?
I know.
Do you?
The line moved forward. A family entered the next carriage. The gate closed. The wheel turned. Lucien watched it rise.
I am learning.
Ava looked toward him. The answer was quiet, honest. She did not push further. A carnival worker waved them ahead.
2?
Yes?
Lucien handed over the tickets. The worker opened the small carriage door. Ava stepped inside first. Lucien paused. The carriage hung from the wheel by a single metal support. It moved slightly in the wind. Ava sat on the padded bench.
You fought a creature in the library?
You have used that argument too often.
It keeps working.
This structure is old.
So are you?
Lucien looked at her, then entered. The carriage shifted under his weight. He sat across from Ava. The worker closed the door. A metal bar lowered between them.
Keep your hands inside. Do not stand.
I had not planned to.
He needed the warning.
The worker pulled a lever. The carriage moved. Lucien's hand closed around the side rail. Ava noticed. She said nothing. The wheel lifted them above the carnival. At first, slowly, the game booth sank below. The music blended into one distant sound. Strings of lights became glowing lines across the ground. From above, the mirror maze looked harmless, a silver rectangle among brighter attractions. The closed entrance had been blocked with red tape. Ava could see Thomas speaking with Walter beside it. Ethan stood near the first aid tent, Lily beside him. She appeared to be examining his arm again. Ava smiled.
What?
Nothing.
You were looking at Ethan and Lily.
You noticed too much?
So do you.
The carriage continued upward. The school roof came into view, then the church steeple, then the dark forest surrounding Moonlight Falls. The town seemed small from this height. Warm windows, quiet roads, the river catching moonlight. Farther away, the lighthouse beam turned across the distant trees. Ava saw it. Her thoughts immediately moved toward Emily's hidden film. The next clue. The next question. She forced herself to look back at the carnival. Tomorrow. Lucien noticed the shift.
You saw the lighthouse.
Yes.
You want to go.
Yes.
But not tonight.
Number.
Lucien leaned back slightly.
That may be the most surprising thing you have done.
I am trying something new.
Patience.
Having a life?
The words came out lighter than they felt. Lucien's expression changed. The carriage rose past the church clock. 11:23. The wind moved more strongly above the rooftops. Ava folded her arms against the cold. Lucien noticed. He began removing his coat.
Number.
You are cold.
I am wearing your other coat?
That does not make you warm.
And then you will be standing here without one.
I do not feel cold the same way.
That is not the point.
Lucien stopped.
You do that constantly.
What?
Act like your comfort does not count.
The Ferris wheel creaked softly. Lucien looked toward the town below.
It often does not.
To who?
To anyone.
That is not true.
He looked at her. Ava's voice softened.
It matters to me.
The sentence settled between them. Lucien's hand remained on the edge of his coat. He slowly released it. The carriage climbed higher. Neither looked away. At the top, the wheel stopped. The carriage swayed gently. Below them, Moonlight Falls stretched in every direction. The carnival looked like a small glowing island surrounded by darkness. Ava could see Blackwood Manor in the distance. Only a few windows were lit. The house stood beyond the tree line, separate from the town, watching.
Is that where you usually stand?
Lucien followed her gaze.
Sometimes.
At the manor?
Or near the woods. Far enough that no one asks me to join.
You could have said yes.
No one asked.
No one?
Lucien looked down at his hands.
Not for a long time.
Ava leaned back against the carriage. The wind lifted loose strands of her hair.
How many carnivals have you watched?
I stopped counting.
You really never rode the Ferris wheel?
Number.
Why?
I told you.
You said the machinery was unstable?
It is.
That is not the real reason.
Lucien looked through the carriage window. The Ferris wheel lights reflected in his silver eyes.
People come here to remember a first ride, a first dance, a first kiss. They return years later. They bring children. They stand in the same place and talk about how much has changed.
His voice remained calm. Almost detached, Ava heard the loneliness beneath it.
For me, the carnival changed, the people changed, the town changed. I did not.
You changed.
Not in the way they did.
That does not mean you stayed the same.
Lucien looked at her.
You came tonight. You let me put a paper crown on your head. You rode the carousel. You gave your wolf to a scared child.
It was not my wolf.
You protected it for almost an hour.
I was instructed to.
You liked it?
Number.
You approved the name Midnight?
It was acceptable.
Ava smiled. Then her expression softened.
You changed. Maybe not because time made you. Maybe because people did.
Lucien looked toward the distant manor again.
People leave.
Yes?
They always leave.
Yes?
He seemed surprised she did not argue. Ava folded her hands in her lap.
My mother left.
The words were simple. They still hurt.
Not because she wanted to, but she did. And afterward, everyone treated me like I might break if they said her name.
Thomas did not.
Number, he just stopped saying everything else.
Ava looked down at the carnival. Thomas stood near the maze entrance. Even from above, she could recognize the way he held himself. Alert, tired, always responsible.
He protected me. He worked. He made dinner. He checked every door twice. But we did not talk about her. Not really.
He blamed himself.
I know.
And you?
I blamed everyone.
The admission came quietly.
Him, the police, this town, my mother, myself.
You were a child.
That does not stop children from blaming themselves.
Lucien's expression softened.
I thought maybe she disappeared because I needed too much, because I made her tired, because she wanted a different life.
Ava.
I know that is not true now, but when everyone refuses to explain something, you create your own explanation.
Lucien looked at her for a long moment.
Emily did not leave because of you.
You sound certain.
I am.
How?
Lucien turned toward the lights below.
She spoke about you constantly.
Ava became still.
Before you were born, she collected names. After you were born, she carried photographs of you everywhere. She showed them to people who had already seen them.
That sounds like her.
She once drove 20 miles because you refused to sleep without a particular stuffed rabbit.
I do not remember that.
You were 2.
How do you know?
She arrived at the manor after midnight. She asked whether anyone had seen the rabbit.
At Blackwood Manor?
She believed she had left it there while photographing the grounds.
Did she?
Number, she found it beneath the seat of her car.
Ava laughed softly. The sound almost broke.
She never told me.
She may have preferred to preserve her dignity.
She did not have much.
Number.
They smiled. The loneliness between them became quieter. Not gone. Shared. Ava looked toward the manor again.
Were you lonely?
Lucien did not answer immediately. The wheel remained stopped. The carriage moved gently in the wind. Ava waited. She did not repeat the question. Finally, Lucien spoke.
Loneliness becomes quieter. It does not become smaller.
Ava held his gaze. No mystery in his voice. No performance. Only truth.
I understand.
I know.
The words connected them more deeply than comfort would have. Ava looked down at their hands resting on the bench, only a few inches apart. She moved hers closer, not touching. Lucien noticed his hand shifted too. Their fingers met, cold against warm. Neither pulled away. The Ferris wheel remained motionless. Ava wondered whether the operator had forgotten them. She did not mind.
When I first saw you, I thought you were Emily.
Ava's hand tightened slightly.
Only for a second.
Because I look like her?
Enough.
That does not sound reassuring.
You are not her.
Lucien turned his hand beneath hers. Their fingers settled together.
The moment you spoke, I knew.
What did I say?
You accused me of watching you.
You were?
Yes.
How did that prove I was not her?
Lucien looked almost amused.
Emily asked questions because she believed every answer could help someone. You ask because you refuse to let anyone choose the answer for you.
Ava absorbed the difference. For so long, people had compared her to Emily. Samey eyes. Samey stubbornness. Samey habit of opening doors that should remain closed. Lucien was the first person to explain how they were not alike.
Which is better?
Neither.
That was diplomatic.
It was honest.
He looked at her with complete certainty.
You are not a replacement for her. You are not the continuation of her unfinished work. You are Ava.
The carnival disappeared beneath the force of those words. Ava had not realized how badly she needed to hear them. Her mother's disappearance had shaped every part of her life, but it did not have to become her entire identity. Ava's voice lowered.
And who are you?
The question seemed to unsettle him more than anything else.
I do not know.
That is not very mysterious.
I am trying something new.
Honesty?
Having a life.
He repeated her words. Ava smiled. Lucien did too. Their faces were close now, closer than inside the photo booth. The carriage swayed. The town lights moved behind him. Ava could hear the wind, her own breathing, the faint mechanical groan of the wheel. Lucien's gaze dropped briefly toward her mouth, then returned to her eyes. Ava did not move away. Neither did he. For one suspended moment, the distance between them seemed smaller than a breath. Then the Ferris wheel jolted. The carriage moved downward. Ava caught the side rail. Lucien's other hand reached instinctively toward her waist. They both laughed, quietly, almost embarrassed.
The machinery is unstable.
I warned you.
The moment had passed, but not disappeared. It remained between them as the carriage descended. Something unfinished, something promised. When they reached the ground, the carnival worker opened the door.
Good ride?
Ava stepped out.
Yes?
Lucien followed. He looked toward her.
Acceptable.
That means yes?
It does not.
It is closer than usual?
They walked away from the wheel together. Their hands remained linked for several steps. Neither seemed to notice when it happened. Neither hurried to stop. The fireworks began at 11:45. The first burst opened above the courthouse in a circle of gold. Children shouted. Music stopped. Everyone looked upward. Ava and Lucien found Lily and Ethan near the edge of the athletic field. Ethan still wore the dusty volunteer jacket. The cloth Lily had tied around his arm remained in place. The cup beneath it was already gone. Lily did not know that yet. She stood close enough that her shoulder touched his. When Ava approached, Lily immediately looked at their joined hands. Ava released Lucien's too late. Lily smiled.
Do not?
I did not say anything.
She did not need to?
You are both exhausting.
A second firework rose. Blue light spread across the sky. Ethan looked around Lucien.
Where is the wolf?
The child kept it.
You gave away your first carnival prize?
It was not mine.
He named it Midnight?
Lucien approved?
I accepted the name.
That is approval.
Lucien looked toward Ava as though this were her fault. Ava smiled. The four of them stood beneath the fireworks. For once, there was no need to divide into groups. No vampire and werewolf on opposite sides. No Parker and Blackwood history between them. Just four teenagers under a bright autumn sky. Ava wished someone would preserve the moment. Lily seemed to have the same thought. She lifted her phone.
Picture.
Number.
That was Lucien's answer earlier. He is now in several photographs.
Against my judgment.
Stand closer.
Ethan moved beside her. Ava stood next to Lucien. Lily held the phone outward. The first photograph blurred when a firework exploded behind them. The second caught Ethan looking toward Lily instead of the camera. The third caught Lucien looking at Ava. Lily examined the screen.
Perfect.
You took 3?
One of them is perfect.
Which one?
You do not get to see.
She locked the phone. Ethan attempted to take it. Lily moved away. They began arguing. Ava looked toward Lucien. He watched them with quiet amusement.
You are smiling again.
Number.
I can see it?
That does not make it real.
Another firework opened overhead. Silver light fell across the carnival. Ava touched the pocket containing Emily's photograph. The weight of it returned, tomorrow. But the word had become harder to hold. Lucien noticed.
You want to look.
Yes?
We can look without following it tonight.
That sounds like a technical distinction.
It is.
The final fireworks began. Gold trails crossed the sky. The crowd applauded. Ava looked toward the old photo booth. Its blue crescent moon still glowed.
After the fireworks?
After,
The carnival began closing shortly before midnight. Music lowered. Vendors counted money. Parents gathered sleeping children. Workers turned off lights one row at a time. The Ferris wheel completed its final rotation. Thomas remained near the mirror maze with Walter. The investigation into the maintenance store would continue the next morning. Ben had already gone home with his mother. His ankle was sprained, not broken. Lily left with Ethan to return the volunteer equipment. She whispered something to Ava before walking away.
5 minutes.
For what?
To say goodnight.
Ava pretended not to understand. Lily disappeared toward the entrance. Lucien waited beside the photo booth. Ava removed the old photograph from her pocket. The carnival lights were dimmer now. They moved beneath a brighter bulb near the ticket stand. Lucien held the photograph by its edges. Emily's face appeared clearly. Young, happy. The man beside her remained blurred. The camera had captured his coat, his height. One hand beside the booth door, and the ring. Ava leaned closer. The stone looked black, oval, set in dark metal. Around it, tiny carved lines formed a branching pattern, not decorative vines, a tree. Leafless branches spreading outward.
You recognized it earlier,
yes,
but you did not want to tell me.
I wanted to be certain.
Are you?
Lucien studied the ring again.
It belongs to the Blackwood family.
Ava looked toward him.
Your family has one ring?
Not one, there are several. Different marks for different responsibilities.
What responsibility did this one represent?
Lucien's expression became guarded. Not because he wanted to hide the answer, because the answer carried history.
Property, work ords, old agreements.
That sounds vague.
It was meant to.
Who wore it?
Lucien turned the photograph toward the light. A scratch crossed the man's face. It could have been damage, or deliberate.
I do not know yet.
You said it belonged to your family.
It did. But these rings passed between people. Some were inherited, some were reassigned. Some disappeared.
When was this picture taken?
Late 1990s. Possibly the year before Emily vanished.
Who managed Blackwood Records then?
Lucien did not answer immediately. Ava felt the tension return, not danger. A door opening.
There was a keeper.
A keeper of what?
The Northern Estate.
Is that Blackwood Manor?
Part of it, the older lands, the archives. Properties no longer listed under ordinary names.
Ava looked at Emily. She was smiling toward the blurred man, not frightened, not suspicious. She knew him. Trusted him enough to stand close.
My mother knew someone inside your family.
Yes.
Did you know?
Number.
The answer came with genuine shock beneath the control. Ava believed him.
What does that mean?
It means Emily reached farther into Blackwood history than I understood.
And someone removed this photograph from the booth.
Or hid it there.
For me?
Perhaps.
That word again.
It is the honest one.
The booth made a mechanical sound behind them. A click. Both turned. The machine was dark. No one stood inside. A fresh strip of photo paper slid into the tray. Ava and Lucien remained still. The strip had no images, only 4 black squares. Lucien stepped toward it. He lifted the paper carefully. Empty, no faces, no message. The aging machine gave one final hum and stopped.
Normal malfunction?
Possibly.
You hate that word as much as I do.
Yes.
He placed the black strip back into the tray. Ava looked toward the old photograph. The blurred man's ring caught the last carnival light.
We go to the manor tomorrow.
You have decided that.
Yes?
Thomas will object.
Yes?
My family will object.
Probably?
You sound pleased.
I prefer honest obstacles.
Lucien folded the photograph into a protective paper sleeve from the booth.
I will check the family portraits tonight.
Without me?
It is almost midnight.
That is not an answer?
It is the one your father will accept.
Ava looked toward the entrance. Thomas was already watching. He raised one finger toward his wrist, midnight.
Fine, but you call me?
If I find something,
When you find something?
Lucien almost smiled.
when
Thomas drove Ava home beneath dark streets. The carnival lights disappeared behind them one by one. Ava sat in the passenger seat. Her phone rested in her lap. The fresh photo strip remained with Lucien. Emily's old photograph remained with him too. Thomas glanced toward her.
You enjoyed yourself.
Yes.
Before the missing child.
And after?
Thomas nodded. He seemed relieved by the answer.
Lucien came.
Yes.
I noticed.
You notice everything?
Parent privilege.
Ava looked through the window. The Ferris wheel stood above the rooftops in the distance. Dark now, still.
Dad?
Yes?
Did Mom know someone in the Blackwood family?
Thomas's hands tightened around the steering wheel, only slightly.
She knew Lucien.
Someone else?
Why?
We found a photograph.
Thomas looked toward her.
I will show you tomorrow.
Ava.
It is safe. It is only a photograph.
Thomas's expression suggested photographs had never been only photographs in their family. But he did not demand the rest.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
At Blackwood Manor, Lucien entered through the West Hall. The house had gone quiet. Most of the lights were out. He carried the photographs inside his coat. The fresh strip first, Ava looking at him, Ava laughing. Both of them turned toward each other. Lucien stopped beneath the stairway lamp. He studied the final image. For the first time in decades, he possessed proof that he had not simply watched a night happen. He had been inside it. He placed the strip carefully in the inner pocket of Emily's old coat, then continued toward the portrait hall. The northern wing had been closed for years. Dust covered the floor. White sheets concealed furniture. A locked door stood at the end of the corridor. Lucien removed a narrow iron key from beneath a wall sconce. The lock resisted, then opened. Inside, old Blackwood portraits covered the walls. Oil paintings. Formal photographs. Family groups arranged in front of the manor. Lucien lit the lamps one by one. Faces emerged from darkness. Victor as a young man, Eleanor beside him, Adrian standing behind a carved chair, children who had not remained children, relatives who had vanished, names no longer spoken. Lucien placed Emily's photograph on a table. He moved slowly along the wall, searching hands, rings, positions. The first portrait showed no match. The second displayed a silver crest. The third showed a black stone, but square. Then Lucien found an old family photograph near the far window, taken in front of the northern estate house. The paper had faded to brown. 7 people stood on the front steps. One face had been damaged by moisture, but the hand resting on the railing remained clear. An oval black stone, dark metal, leafless branches carved around the edge. The same ring. Lucien removed the photograph from the frame. He turned it over. Names had been written across the back in black ink. Several were familiar. One had been crossed out. Below the list, in smaller letters, appeared a title, Keeper of the Northern Estate. Lucien read the name beside it. His expression changed.
number.
A floorboard creaked behind him. Lucien turned. The doorway was empty, only darkness. He looked back at the old photograph, at the damaged face, at the ring, at a man who should not have been standing beside Emily 17 years later. Lucien picked up his phone. He called Ava. At Parker House, Ava had changed into pajamas. The black coat hung over her desk chair. She placed the carnival wristband beside her bed. Her phone lit up. Lucien. She answered immediately.
You found something?
Silence came through the line. Then Lucien's voice.
The ring did belong to a Blackwood.
Who?
Lucien looked again at the crossed-out name.
Someone who was supposed to be dead before Emily was born?
Ava sat upright.
What was his name?
Lucien did not answer at once. In the portrait hall, the old photograph slipped slightly beneath his hand. Behind him, Somewhere beyond the open door, another floorboard creaked. Closer this time. Lucien turned toward the darkness.
Ava,
His voice had changed.
What?
lock your window.
The line went dead. Ava stood. Across the room, the curtain moved. The window was closed. Locked. On the bedside table, the carnival photo Lily had sent appeared on Ava's phone screen. 4 friends beneath fireworks. Ava enlarged the image. Behind them stood the old photo booth. In the narrow gap beside the curtain, a blurred man